BagFuel, baby.
This is a good episode, man. This is the best way for us to celebrate 100K. You know, Esso starts his school. He's teaching young people how to really be in this music industry that they've been falling in love with and don't understand how ruthless it is. And the reason I want to start that way is you know how ruthless it is. And when our back was against the wall and you stood up, you forced a lot of industry niggas to say, what the fuck is going on? And we're forever appreciative of that. Especially when it wasn't a popular thing to do, to stand next to us. You like, oh, I know the truth, and I'm gonna stand with these niggas. And that's why people still want to hear you rap.
Energy, respect, energy, man.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
I appreciate y'all. It's all love.
And you know, I still remember Esso told me something. I'm not gonna tell the full thing. You said if it really get tough for us, I got a trump card. And we didn't really need the trump card, but the fact that you would have went out your way for that, we were like, boom, let's go for it, you know? And that's why anytime, mega, you always good. Queens legend, active legend, what's up, man?
What's good, fam? It's all love, man. I appreciate you guys. And congratulations on that 100K.
Thank you. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You helped us get there, man. In many ways, man. How do you survive this industry, man?
I ignore it. I ignore the industry, focus on the fans. Focus on the people that's showing y'all love. Focus on the 100K. Don't worry about the other numbers that are not relevant to what y'all doing or to y'all movement. Focus on the people that are there for you. Cater to your audience.
But how do you do that when fans are so fickle nowadays?
I've had the fortunate distinction of not having fickle fans.
That's a fact.
I find that success is an illusion. And in that illusion, sometimes illusions ain't everything that they seem. So when you try to follow certain standards or try to meet certain industry standards and you don't live up to those standards, that audience is fickle. That audience is so fickle, like you can be hot and they love you, the temperature changes a little bit and they out of there. That's not a fan base, that's a clout. That's a clout arrangement.
But how do you know the difference? What's the difference?
The difference between the fans
and the clout?
The fans is the ones who hold you up. The fans is the one who, when your platform didn't have the notoriety it has now, the fans are the ones that would see you and be like, I like what you're doing. Yo, are you Hynaken? Oh, yo, I like what y'all doing. The fans are the ones who keep you going. If it was up to the industry, I'd have been quit. I'd have been said, fuck this. It's the fans. I have fans like I meet fans with my name tattooed on their body. I meet fans who said, your music helped me get through a hard time. Matter of fact, I met a plethora of fans who said my music helped get them through a hard time. Your music saved my life. Like stuff like that. It's like, wow. So my purpose is more than just, I'm not just here to be a rapper. It's like, I'm serving a community of people. I'm serving people. And you guys are serving people. So the industry, I don't focus on. If I focus on the industry, I would do things they do. I don't care. These dudes, industry don't even stand for nothing. There's no loyalty in the industry.
Where's that loyalty at amongst black people, period?
That we have a long way to go with that. You're right.
I'm glad that we touching on this because I've been wondering, like, this been on my mind and I haven't had a chance to like bring it up. It's like us black people, and I'm not going to talk about the dark-skinned people, the Panamanians, the Cubans, the people who have Spanish background. I'm talking about, pardon my French, I'm talking about niggas, right? It all starts at home, right? How are we gonna ever stick together when the wives and the husbands not sticking together? The girlfriend's not sticking together. When you go to the other races, and I'm gonna put it on, if a Jewish man cheats on his Jewish wife, it's not over. It's not over. It might be an argument, it might be something to talk about. Yo, we gonna go down this route, I'm gonna give you another chance, I'm gonna give you opportunity, right? White guys cheat on their wife all the time. I'm gonna just leave it at the cheating. I'm not even gonna go outside of the realm. I'm just gonna talk about togetherness and how people stick with each other. A Spanish girl, we already know Spanish girls stick with their niggas. Poppy is the leader of the household. Poppy's serious. And the black man is not as serious. You fighting to get the big piece of chicken. And you paying the whole bill. We go to the Russian society. We already know the man's the leader of the household. People not just being out like that. When people looking at the divorce rate, oh, the whole country is divorced. No, the black people are divorcing more than everybody else. We're leading the rate. Why? Because we don't stick with each other. Sticking with each other just ain't business. That's what we correlate at when we go to the music business. Niggas don't stick together. We talking about money. Where in the society are they sticking together? Period. When you got a single mother with a father, you know how your father is. It's dissension already. It's dissension on every level in black society. So we're skipping bases or places to blame it on where we're going, but the business is at the end, Mega. It's after we're out the household. It's after we're grown already. Yo, my mom may stick with my dad didn't stick with my mom, my sister didn't stick with her brother. She jealous of him, they got different fathers. It's all dissension. She talks to the niece and the nephew about how her brother is. It's dissension everywhere throughout the household, my nigga. So how are we gonna come out and trust other people when we can't even trust the people in our household?
We gotta unlearn. We have to unlearn. And
What's the process of unlearning?
Malcolm X once asked a very pivotal question. He said, who taught us to hate each other? Who taught us to hate ourselves? So it's like, it takes a generation to alter something. Like, it could be a way of life, and a generation, a decade could change a whole perspective on things. So we got to unlearn, and we got to be the change. We got to lead, because if we just continue to hope for a change or wonder why shit is the way it is, it's not going to change. Like, my father, when I was growing up, whatever my father didn't do for me, the hard lessons I learned from my father, I didn't pass those lessons down to my kids. So my kids have it way better than I did. And so we have to unlearn the past. And sometimes in our community, the black community, we normalize dysfunction sometimes. Like,
we praise it.
Exactly. Like, the guy coming home from jail expects more love from the hood than the guy coming home from a
college. I'm the college nigga.
He said that.
I've been saying, I'm the college nigga. I went to school 5.5 years, threw parties, came home. Everybody, yo, congratulations, my nigga. Yo, what you gonna do? And they expecting shit from me. But when the other nigga, the same age, comes home at the same time,
from jail,
we walking up on the same day, nigga.
How about
May
this?
17th. He gets the shit. Yo, my nigga, I got some money for you. Yo, I got some clothes for you. Yo, I got some hats for you. I got some bitches for you. But the college nigga like, yo, you on your own.
Let me show you something. I don't like harping back on this, but when we went through the breakup, Esso took a lot of the brunt. He was being blamed for it. So when Clue stood up for him, that was big. People still questioned it. When you stood up, all of a sudden it switched because
he's a jail nigga.
Mega got hands. Why does Clue
He's a street nigga.
It's not honorable. But it's not about your words or your hands or your street credit. It's you're a solid individual. But your words matter more than everybody else because of your jail resume.
That's real.
That's heavy.
See,
I never knew that.
really put us.
That.
You didn't,
real shit, Mega.
You didn't know that because we didn't talk about it. It was just something that occurred.
We kept it internal.
That when things went on, street niggas and certain people, they might not have come on the show, but they didn't look at us negatively.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying? And they looked at us differently. Why? Because you don't really fuck with nobody like that.
I got a different kind of credibility too.
Hell yeah.
So that I understand. But you got to understand, like y'all know me now on a personal tip.
Yeah.
How often do I talk about jail? Well, how often
Never.
do I talk about street?
And I want to talk about that. Why you don't? But let's go.
Like, if you even Foxy Brown used to be like, yo, somebody would never know who you are in the street if they didn't know you. Like you like. So it's like the real street dudes don't act the part. The guys that's making all the noise and trying to be rah, 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 they're not really like that. So I respected y'all energy. I respected y'all effort. And I could see a fake motherfucker a mile away. And I didn't see that when I seen y'all. I actually did y'all show. I wasn't even doing podcast. I did y'all show before I did anybody's show.
We remember.
And I did that intentionally. And I didn't give a fuck who was mad. Because at the end of the day, it's me. I make my own rules. And that it is what it is, man. I don't fuck with the industry like that. I don't, because they don't even stand on nothing. People in the industry is so finicky. They'll be cool with you today, and tomorrow they're not fucking with you. And sometimes it ain't even your fault. Like I know, I don't even got to explain to you because y'all pretty sure y'all experienced this. If somebody's hot,
it's up.
and you have a
beef with
the hot person, nigga,
you're not hot.
They not fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make your own lane. And that's what y'all did. Sometimes when you get it out the trenches, when you get out the mud, it feels better when you get to that greener grass. And that's what y'all did. That's what I did.
But you don't get enough credit for it because I don't know if it's intentional.
It's definitely intentional.
Your business model of how you function in this industry is amazing.
Thank you.
From how you run your merch at your concert, how you are, your concerts are always sold out, but you make sure to greet every fan. They spend their last penny and they're happy.
And you guys seen that because you've been there.
You brought us on stage and we've seen it.
And you know the funny thing that I laugh about? And you guys can do the same thing with yourself. Proving people wrong. I love it. I love proving people wrong if I'm right about something. Because if I'm wrong, I'll stand on being corrected. You know what I'm saying? So now that y'all know me, look at all this shit that people used to say about, oh, Meg's mad arrogant. They used to make it like I'm a bully, or they used to make it like he wanted attention, he wanted to be in the spotlight. I barely even I don't even like coming out. I don't even like going out. At my shows, y'all seen how I interact with the fans, how I show them love.
It's an experience.
So show me. So where's the arrogance at? Actually, I'm probably the most down to earth. I've been told the most down to earth rapper from around my part of town. Like I do regular shit. If y'all was like, you hung out me regular days. Had nothing to do with.
You still gotta tell me where the Dominican restaurant is. That I can't never find it.
Like a Sagittarius, you know all the good restaurant spots. You in Esso? Yeah, I know the spots.
I got another spot. I gotta take y'all to a spot in Brooklyn.
I got a spot.
I'm gonna take you.
This clue spot here that we in right now. Shout out to Hudson Club. We in Hudson Club right now.
Shout out to Clue, man.
They're about to renovate and go up, but we in here right now before they renovate. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got a new spot for y'all.
Yo, listen. I asked all the veteran rappers, and you my man, so I can't show no favoritism. Why a nigga still rapping, Mega? Why are they still making new records? And I'm gonna round it out. When niggas fuck with y'all old catalog.
That's a good question for some people. That's a good question for a lot of people, actually.
It don't apply to you, right?
That really don't apply to me. Because y'all been in my shows.
Yeah.
Y'all see how people react to my new music.
Word for word.
If people didn't rock with my new music, I wouldn't be making new music.
Pause right there. Pause right there. That's my point.
Yeah, a lot of these other guys.
Listen, I'm not even mad because I see you put your money and your thoughts behind what you're doing. You're doing shows, you're going out there. There are people, they're not doing shows.
Right.
Okay? They're not coming to podcasts. They're picking and choosing what radio that they want to go to, knowing that radio is a young man's sport. So if people want to receive you, you still want to pick and choose where you're going. Then they don't sell no units like that.
Yep.
What is the purpose? And then they telling me, and shall I say this nigga name?
You don't have to
I'm gonna say it. Everybody been killing me, been mad at me about this Will Smith shit. Okay? So I've been saying, I'm gonna say it. I think Will Smith would be a fabulous executive, a beacon for hip hop, somebody who can move and shake the buildings and bring somebody along, because that's what we need. We don't have no black faces in there. The only black man that was moving and shaking that you could go to and he could get you a deal is in jail. That's Puff Daddy. He He's the only man.
Russell too. Before
Not no more though.
No,
Russell's
Russell's
gone. He's in Bali.
Yeah.
Before, when he was in Bali, yes, you could go to Russell and Russell would make it go down for you. We don't have nobody.
we don't.
We don't have nobody.
We got finessed. We got finessed out our own culture.
There you go. Okay. So being finessed out our own culture, this is why I'm trying to school niggas, because now the older niggas are saying, yo, I still want to be in the sport. But when y'all was young, it was a young man's sport. Big Daddy got out the way. Big Daddy said, I'm going to go do my hits. And I'm going to go rock my hits for the rest of my life. He got out the way, nigga.
I think certain people should bow gracefully, but there's a
handful.
There's a handful.
Couple.
There's a rare exception.
There you. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. There you go.
Know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like Dr. Dre's older than all of us, but when Dre about to come out, people get excited. Young
they
people,
didn't receive it, but
Come on, Mega.
But
Stop.
Mega, they didn't receive the new record with him and
Him and
Snoop.
Snoop that came out?
I mean with him and Snoop. I'm sorry, not Clue.
Okay.
They put a new joint with him and Snoop out.
I'm talking about the Detox album.
But I'm talking about now.
Okay.
I'm talking about, see,
That was last
2025.
year. People forgot about that.
They put that shit out in 2024.
He put out something.
Right? 2025. This whole shit for me.
let me tell you what I think.
Okay, go ahead.
I think, let me tell you something that I hate to say, but I just realized it's true. There's a lot of rappers that came out in the 90s that got over because rap was going through a transition. Because at one point, rap was all about skill. Then it came to a point where credibility could get you in. Like you could be a subpar rapper, but they be like, he's a real dude.
He's a real nigga.
He's real. And people will buy your music.
I can name some names.
And then it became a floss thing where you could be subpar as a rapper, but you got some money, or you flexing your videos and
you on the radio,
blah,
you getting
and you on the radio.
radio. You a
people's
commercial
embracing
rapper.
it. So when it became that, then it really became harder for mature rap. Because at a certain point, I'm from the streets. I done been in the streets. I don't even want to hear older dudes talking about I'm busting my gun, or I'm in the hallway selling crack, or whatever. Why are you selling crack? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to talk about that. I really, forget crack. Like, crack is like, that's worker thing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear grown men talk about things. We putting ageism on rap. What? There's crack dealers that's in their 60s right now in the hood chilling.
Looking dumb though. They look dumb, nigga.
Yeah.
But nigga, they do look, although they might have a couple of bird bitches that still want to fuck with them and all that.
Yeah.
When we look at them, we like nigga.
Rap.
That's
and
like,
black people, period. We got to grow the fuck up.
Thank you.
We got to grow the fuck up.
Because when Jay-Z did the when Young Jeezy had the remix, no, Rick Ross, Hustling, and then Jay was like, I don't hear your raps, I'm in the air. He stopped talking about all the drug shit in that verse, and people killed him. They're like, I want to hear about the bricks. And I'm like, he's giving you elevated content, dialogue.
I got a honey bun. I got a honey bun. He talking about $100,000. Niggas don't know what they talking about.
But what Mega said, we got to grow up and appreciate the evolution of a man becoming an adult.
I made this argument with Kid Capri yesterday because we had Kid Capri on.
Okay.
Hip-hop is trendy. We are trendy. Black people, we are trendy. I just said this yesterday. I said, white women been rocking the Birkin bags before these birds knew what a Birkin bag was.
That's
right?
a fact. That's a fact.
Okay, now the birds find out about a Birkin bag. They're off the Birkins now. You know what the white girls are still at, the white women? They still with the Birkin. Because it's quality. Black people want to move on to the trendy. We set Fendi up. We set Louis Vuitton up. We take the trends. We say Fendi's whack, and Fendi becomes whack.
Anything we say is whack becomes whack.
It becomes whack. But when we start wearing a Fendi, it's back.
Right.
And you know what we're gonna do? Oh, he's wearing Louis. Everybody's wearing Louis. Just the black nigga. Nigga, I'm going to motherfucker.
But you know what it is? Niggas don't want to be left behind. Like, look, the hat you got on, you need an appointment and to be qualified to go into the place to get that hat. And you wasn't there with us. That's why you don't get it.
I made Leon
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't just walking in Ame like that.
I made you guys stand on.
I always walked that. I mean,
Ghost. Don't say that. Don't say that. I seen the line. I've been there.
Bro.
You've been there at the right time, and you've been with the right people.
Yeah.
There is a line.
yes.
There is a line to
Don't
go
compare yourself
in.
to everybody else.
Exactly.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But see,
You know what I
he
mean?
be talking. See, this is the same nigga that
Let me
told
tell
me.
you
No. Yo. This.
Yeah, go on.
Yo.
But he talking about if you walk it in.
This is the same nigga who told me drug dealing was easy.
Yeah. Yo.
in a pharmacy?
Everybody's a drug dealer in the hood.
He told me drug dealing is easy,
Let me
nigga.
explain-
All right, let
let me explain.
We're not street niggas.
Let Montana talk to you. Let Montana talk to you now. Listen,
Ghost,
what's
let
a
him
drug
talk.
dealer?
What?
What's a drug dealer? Because you said everybody in the hood. Everybody in the hood ain't a drug dealer. They're peddling. Don't compare a peddler to a dealer. A dealer don't sell crack. A dealer got work. You know what I'm saying? A dealer is the guy, when the guys in the hood get knocked, the police be like, where you get this from?
That's the dealer.
That's the dealer. That's the guy they want. The plug. The guys in the hood, they regular dudes. Yo, the average dealer, I'm going to say something. How many people you know that sell drugs in the hood?
A lot of niggas sell drugs in the hood.
A lot, right?
Uh-huh.
Out of that, a lot. I'll make you $1,000 bet right now.
But wait,
No, we get it back. No.
Wait. How many hoods and how many niggas? It's a lot of niggas.
Give me what you bet the
Selling
bet.
It's a lot of people.
How many people in the hood selling drugs got their own apartment? Got real quiet in here.
How about a car?
average dealer-
How about a car? They don't got no car.
Listen, the average dealer don't have it in them for lavish living. Most don't even have their own crib. They crash with women.
We could end this interview
That's
right
why I
there if we
still
wanted
rap.
to.
That,
Niggas, yo.
that's why I still rap.
To get money.
Yo,
I told you, I said
you know
to
why I
get
still
money
rap?
drug dealing is a
Because you
serious.
good at it, nigga.
When you get money drug dealing, you a serious nigga to get money drug dealing.
Yeah.
That's why drug dealer
Don't compare a
niggas.
peddler to a drug dealer. That's why the name Cormega was popular. So when I listen to the industry people with their nonsense, no. Imagine Rich Porter had bars. That's me. I just didn't have money like Rick. I was crazy popular in the street. Forget rap. Dudes used to come to Queensbridge to pull up and chill with me. I go to Fort Greene, I get love in Fort Greene like I grew up out there.
Fort Greene was different.
You know what I'm saying? Far Rockaway, I'm a legend in the street. Forget rap. People know about me. Actually, man, we did a boat ride one time. It was a Mobb Deep boat ride. And I was on that boat. And when we started rapping, they gave me the mic. The energy was different. I'm singing stuff from the hood that nobody heard. It wasn't out, and the whole boat is rocking. Clue was right there. He might even got it on film. One thing. Yo, so it's like I said, those guys are not drug dealers. Those are peddlers. Those are guys that don't have the fortitude to want to go to work. They don't want to go to school. They want quick money. If you hustling for sneakers, that ain't it. That's not a drug dealer. So you said everybody could be a drug dealer. No, everybody can be a peddler. Everybody can't be a drug dealer.
Everybody could be a peddler.
You know what I'm saying? A drug dealer move different. The way I move now, I'm just learning how to be a rapper. Cause I moved like a drug dealer all my life. People used to be like one time when Nori was like, Nori's my guy. I was on the show. He's like, yeah, Meg, you're not really social. I said, I'm selectively social. I'm not social in the industry. I don't want to be social. The industry don't even stand for nothing. Look, if you got a friend in the industry, you're lucky. So, you know what I'm saying? If you build a rapport with somebody in the industry that's genuine, that's a blessing. So it's like, I still move like I'm in the street. Sometimes I don't even drive. I got like 5 cars.
Why you don't drive?
I drive my cars, but I'm talking about when I'm in the city, sometimes I don't even drive. My man
Yeah,
might
I'm
drive.
saying,
Sometimes I park somewhere and I jump on the train. You know what I'm saying?
I used to do that, but why do you do that?
Sometimes I don't like the aggravation of driving through the city. It's frustrating. Sometimes I just like to move low key. I can move better when I'm not driving. And then sometimes people see what you in and they know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you got a certain color car and it's distinctive, people know that's you. I like pulling up stealth-wise. You know what I'm saying? So I move different.
But you stunt different.
I'm not gonna lie, when I was in Baltimore, shout out to Papa Sean, one of the biggest drug dealers to ever walk the face of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Sean Green. Sean Green had all the money and rolled around in a Honda Accord.
Yeah.
And that had such a big effect on me to know that I seen Jay-Z facts stand behind my man to wait to shake his hand and send him Cristal. This is how serious Sean Green was. You know what I'm saying? So when Sean Green pulled up on me and threw money in me and my man at the time Snipes' hands, and he pulled up in a Honda Accord, I'm saying as a young nigga, Sean, what the fuck is up? Like, why you got the Accord? This is how niggas move when you in the street, nigga. I'm not pulling out in the Benzo and all that shit. I'm hot, nigga.
Yeah, you gotta be low key
Fuck
with
is
it.
you talking about? I'm hot. So I carry that on my life right now. It's only a couple of cars that I ever bought that was flashy. I bought a Hummer and I bought a 750. Those are the flashiest cars I ever had. I've had Yukons. I'm riding around in a Grand Cherokee, all blacked out right now. Niggas would never know it's me in there.
They never know. But you got something flash, you stand out.
You would never know it's me in there. And that's because of the mentality of, yo, stay low and keep firing. But that's not sexy.
Your street credibility, your resume is God tier. And people use that as a cheat code. You've never used it. Why?
Because truth don't need validation.
I understand.
Like, if you know who you are, you comfortable in your skin. It's like, I know who I am. I know, like, especially New York. You know how New York rumors, you know how New York words spread.
Yeah.
I've been on Rikers, I've been up north, been in the Queen's house, been in the hoods. You never heard nothing crazy about, nothing negative in the negative. So I stand on that, but I hold myself a certain way and I conduct myself a certain way. I'm a man of respect and I treat people with respect. So my reputation, the things that I did is not something that I'm super proud of either. So I'm not advocating it. So I'm not exploiting it. So a lot of people that exploit it, they didn't even really do it. They just fronting.
Maybe they proud of it though. You said you made a key remark that you're not proud of it.
Yeah.
Maybe they are. They proud of it.
But some of these people never even did it and they proud of it. They proud of it what? A lie? A lot of rappers? Like when I first came home and I started meeting rappers, I thought everybody was
real.
I thought everybody was like what they said. So I was a little disappointed meeting some people. I was like, oh, this dude ain't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mano said the same thing.
Yeah, like Mano's a real one. You know what I'm saying? And like Mano gives you my credit. I'm the one who put Mano on his first record. The first record Mano was on my Legal Hustle compilation.
Why do you think it's not sexy to be low anymore? Because
we live in addiction is the new drug. Attention is the new drug. People want attention. People want to look like they're
niggas
doing
wanted
good.
attention back then, though.
Not like
Megan,
now.
it was
Dudes walk around with phones.
No. Let me tell you. Let me say this, Mega. The nigga who wanted the attention when I was younger, you had me by a couple years. He was a cornball. We looked at him like, yo, why you going through all this? This nigga's a fucking cornball. The nigga just riding down. It's cold outside. He got his windows down. Music blam. That was the cornball that wanted attention. That's accepted now. That's okay.
Well, we let them have their thing. It's like walking in the room, you see little kids watching cartoons. It might be some bugged out crazy, but it's like, all right, that's not our thing anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kids enjoy that. Let the weirdos have their moment. Everybody deserves their moment. I ain't on that kind of shit. We ain't on that kind of shit. Like, we don't want attention that bad. I think it's a cry for help sometimes. Because if you want attention that bad, especially as a man, like dogs, what are we doing? Like, let the
What's the
chicks do
difference
that.
between men and women? Why is it, this is gender. Why is it bad for a man to seek attention but not a woman?
Because there's a thing called masculinity. There's a thing called fortitude. And women are more emotional. Women, scientifically, their brains are bigger than ours. You could tell a woman a certain thing and it'll shape her whole perspective of you. You could give her a certain compliment that'll change the way she treats you as opposed to a dude. Like, you could really show, women be like, look, what women's one of their biggest complaints be like? Affection. You give a woman a certain type of affection and she'll treat you like you're a king. You give a dude affection, it's a whole different thing. We don't do, we different. So a woman and a man is not the same. Gotcha. So let that woman have her attention. She wants to be pretty, she wants to be seen. And that's why people pamper the women. Or I want you to look good. I want you to.
But is that what we're taught? Is that what we're taught when we're kids?
No.
Why do you say that? Because when we both come out the vagina, why are they telling you, Ghost, you got to fucking take care of this bitch. That's what we're told. Why is the bitch not saying you supposed to go get a job and take care of this nigga?
You know what
Go
I see?
ahead.
You know what I see in life in general? Environment plays a key role in everything. Environment. Because I notice, like, even when you look at the rappers, right? The rappers, like the younger rappers that had conflicts, or in the streets, like when you see the younger people have a conflict with the elders, or like don't respect the elders, I guarantee you 90% of those people didn't have a father figure in the home.
But I just said when we started it, remember I said the dissension
Right.
starts at the beginning.
Right.
So go ahead.
If you have a solid elder in the house or giving you structure, you're gonna look at life different. The people that have that, they learn how to balance money better. They learn how to deal with certain life situations better. So when you don't have that, it's like you have a rebellion against elders. Like, and I'm the man, I can do what I want, or you're not really trying to listen to them. You're doing things your way. And I noticed that in life. So I always respected the elders. I used to hang out with the OGs. I learned from the OGs. Like, I got a house because of an older dude. He told me to get a house. I had my house for what? 24 years. This summer will make 24 years. OG told me that. So somebody younger wouldn't have told me that. They'd been like, yo, let's get this car or get this, get that. So I think society doesn't want us to listen to our OGs. They don't. At the end of the day, if our community listens to the elders have a wisdom that the youth have yet to get to. And the youth we have to listen to each other because the youth have
be knowing shit.
The youth have a different perspective.
They be knowing shit.
Youth have that perspective and the elders have the wisdom. And you put that together.
That's a winning combination.
You know what I'm saying? And even
but the elders ain't respecting the young niggas, and the young niggas not respecting the elder niggas, because a lot of the elder niggas is advising and they make mistakes, and these young niggas is looking like you don't have shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's the fool in them.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. And no disrespect to young people, because I see older people do that too. I see somebody
older people do that.
Like say there's a crackhead, right? And he's smoked out, and he's telling a young dude, like, yo, man, you should do this, you shouldn't do that. They looking at it like, or even some older dudes be like, what you got? That's not even the right answer. Because that dude that's a crackhead, he might have been a kingpin that fell off. He started using his own stuff. He got turned out. And he had bread. So now he's telling you not to follow his mistakes. Fast forward, now you a fiend. Like, damn, I should have listened to
the OG.
A fool could teach a wise man if you listen. So the problem that I have with the elders, even if you look at my resume and rap, y'all been in my shows. I be having 17-year-old people in my shows. Like, the young people fuck with me. They always did. Because I respect them and they respect me. Whether it's new artists or whether it's people in the street. Because the difference between a young person and an old person, the problem I have with the elders is this. You can't be too hard on a young person. You can't be too condescending as if you wasn't young. Because when we was young, we made foolish mistakes. So they're going through their foolish mistake phase. So when you condemning them, you're not looking at yourself. Whereas if you have a real conversation with them, and you explain it to them, then they will listen. And I know this for a fact because it happens to me. I speak to young people all the time. Some people come to me for advice. I speak to young people, and there's older people. Some older people problem is they're trying to compete with young people. Like, they see people coming up, and it's like you still trying to fight for your spot. Why you compete with a young dude? The young dude might have respected you, but now you're looking goofy because you're competing with him. It's like you can't come back to I want my locker back in high school. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what are we doing?
I've never even heard that terminology. I want my locker back.
You know what I'm saying? Just come back as alumni. Yo, I used to go here. How y'all doing?
No, I want 3230 back, nigga.
Come on, what we doing? So you show love and you get love.
I want to. Recently, Little Baby, got hit with a RICO.
No, they're saying he's gonna get hit with the RICO. He didn't get arrested yet.
Okay, well,
we know what's coming down the pipeline.
What can rappers do to start avoiding this? Because now it's clear there's a billboard, there's a target.
First thing first, shut the fuck up.
And stop announcing that you're gang affiliated.
Dudes be implicating themselves in interviews and on songs. Stop it. This ain't the time, and this is not the era for that. And you got to understand too. It's bigger than rap. Do you understand how sophisticated yet sinister white supremacy is? Do you understand hip hop was the most radical form of music at one point, and it's been reduced to barely understandable? Do you understand that every time black people have unified in any kind of front, it has always been infiltrated?
But Mega,
Listen,
Mega,
rap
Mega.
industry
I gotta say
is
that.
infiltrated.
No, look what you just said, though, Mega. It goes back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Of when I started the whole shit and said, we don't stick together.
We don't.
Why would we not be infiltrated if we're infiltrated in our family? It's learned behavior, Mega.
What's the most powerful decider of
Thing in the world, force in the world?
In the world. What's the most powerful thing? What's the thing?
I think it's love. What you think it is?
I'm talking about in a negative way.
Oh, in a negative. What's the most powerful thing? Money? Money's the most powerful thing?
It's along the same lines.
What you saying?
The root, the thing that plays, not the root of all evil, but the thing that plays a key part in everything wrong in the world. Greed.
Greed, money, greed.
Whether it was slavery, whether it's the industry bullshit, was the drug dealer stuff.
It's not only us black people, because everybody else is sharing. But the other races are sharing.
That's our problem. Black people.
They're sharing,
Let me tell you the problem with black people. And I'm going to tell you that because I think I'm qualified.
I'm qualified.
Listen, this was me back in the days.
Uh-huh.
And it's a mentality that I think is ignorant, and I've grown from it.
Okay.
And hopefully a lot of people do now. And you probably all heard this. You be in the hood, and this happens in the hood too, mostly. You're in the hood. A guy might be a peddler, gets a nice coat, right? He got a nice coat, nice little North Face or whatever, nice coat, whatever at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Got himself a steep tech, whatever the year it is, right? We probably all had this experience or this feeling. Let's say you bought the coat this year. By next year, you're looking at that coat like, the next year after that, you don't even want it no more. That's old. That's
black people. We trendy.
That's ignorant.
That's the trendy
that's
shit.
That's ignorance, though.
Where we start the trend. Go ahead.
Meanwhile,
go ahead.
North Face has a lifetime fucking warranty on it.
I said the same thing about Birkin. This is the whole shit about the Birkin bag.
Quality matters.
That's the whole shit about the Birkin.
And it's a lifetime warranty, and it's quality. So I started asking myself, why the fuck do I have so many coats? When winter's the shortest time of the year? When you think about it,
3 months, maybe 4 months.
And it's jacket.
But you're gonna throw it away next year for something? I mean,
and you're gonna buy a couple jackets, nigga, not just one.
So look at the excess money that we waste. Our community wastes so much. We waste more money than any. Matter of fact, we spend $1 trillion a year.
Mm-hmm.
But how much do we spend in our own communities?
None.
And then we have the power to.
But we can't spend in our own communities. Let me jump in, because Louis Vuitton, right? When you fuck it up, you know what they do? They give you a new one.
Right.
That's what the black community don't do with their goods. You go to Gucci, your Gucci bag, the shit get fucked up. You take it back to Gucci. They take it back. They either fix it with their professional people, or they send you a new one and say, come pick it up. When you buying a black brand, and I got sneakers from black brands. He was with me. Chick came in here, didn't nobody know her. They $350. They lasted me. They didn't fuck up. But if they did, where would I send it to?
Right.
It's over. There's no nothing behind. There's no standard behind the brand that you're spending this money for.
We gotta do better.
You follow what I'm saying?
And as black people, period. Because I just said this the other day to somebody. I said, what happened to black excellence? Remember that whole black excellence? It was never black excellence. It was black extravagance.
Black extravagance.
Excellence is a shared term.
Was that Malcolm X? Was that Malcolm X? Or was that Martin Luther King?
Black excellence is what that brother Torre is doing right now. What's his name? The brother in Africa. I forgot how to say his name. He just took over. He took over his gold mines in his country.
I don't know.
In Burkina.
He took over the gold mines?
He nationalized his gold mines. So he's like, y'all gotta go. He told the French, y'all out of here. We're gonna monetize our own gold mines. We're gonna help our own economy, taking over. and now he's bringing new economic revenue to his country. Now everybody's eating. That's excellence. If it's 30 of us in this room, but you're the only rich, super rich
That's
one
not
here,
black
what's
excellence.
excellence? That's extravagance. You showed up your extravagance. And then some people, the problem with black people is sometimes their ambition is stronger than their loyalty. Motherfuckers will cross their man for money.
Yes.
And a lot of times this will happen with some of our leaders. It happens in the music industry. It happens in our industry because people's ambition is greater than their loyalty. When you loyal, you're willing to stand on your principles. When you're loyal, you don't care about the establishment. You care about the integrity. So that's why I came to y'all show when I first did it. I didn't give a fuck. You think people told me, you think I wasn't told why you gonna do that show first? Cause I fucking want to. Y'all you don't control my brain. These are my fingerprints. It's only one. I'm an individual. I'm gonna do what I feel comfortable with. And I did that. But in life, you think it was cool to be indie when I went indie? Niggas was laughing at me.
They said you were finished.
In
general.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Niggas finished.
Oh yeah,
All this craziness. And I've even heard somebody say only independent people for like people that don't have no other options.
I used to think, listen, I'm guilty. I used to think that because I'm coming from a major, I say this on camera and I don't bite my tongue. I come from a major record label standpoint. That's all I've ever known.
Right.
When I sold independent records, it was to sell them to get to a major so they could fund me. So I understand the outlook. You know what I'm saying?
And I respect your truth. And guess what? I felt like that for a second too.
Okay.
When I first made the album Realness, I said this story numerous times. I was so done with the industry. I was not even barely rapping anymore. I was just like jumping on features like Mobb Deep, Prodigy album, High Tech album, you know what I'm saying, stuff of that nature. And then my man Blue got killed in Greensboro, North Carolina. Rest in peace, Blue, right? Before that, he was like, yo, Mega, man, don't ever forget you're a rapper. Don't let this game grab you in so much that you forget who you are. He's like, I love you like a brother, man. I love you like a brother. But at the end of the day, I love what you do. You're a dope fucking rapper, man. And when he died, those words haunted me. So I made the Realness. That was like, this is for Blue. That was it. I made that album, and then that was it. I wasn't planning on making I was done. Like, nobody in the industry was really messing with me because I had a problem with somebody hot. You know what I'm saying? And
we know who that is.
yeah. So when you have a problem with somebody hot, everybody's like, we ain't touching him. You know what I'm saying? And then perception becomes reality until you make your own reality. So when I made the Realness album, it sold so well. Interscope was calling the record company for me. I had made this. Matter of fact, Def Jam contacted. I was on Def Jam prior to that. Def Jam contacted my people. They wanted to put out my Testament album. I didn't want to go back to them after that.
Why?
Because I said to myself, okay, if I'm on a major label, only thing major label is going to give me is more notoriety, right? I already got the notoriety from the work I put in, and I had a controversial situation. So I got the notoriety, and obviously I got the notoriety if I sold over 100,000 records independently, and I'm from New York, which is unheard of. So I started weighing it. If I go to a major, they're going to give me a big advance, and then I'm going to get what? 40 cents off a record?
Pennies on the dollar.
Right.
But you got your lump sum in advance, and then you got an opportunity to become
But what's the advance to somebody who got...
So no, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying what they're giving you. I'm giving you an advance. You got an opportunity to become a household name. If you want to take it away from rap and do something, that's what the name does. And that's what I feel like that a lot of people that go to majors, all they want to do is rap. If there's something else that you wanted to do, they're gonna make you popular. If there's anything else that you could do in life, they're setting you up and putting on a platform to do it. I feel like a lot of people
I did that with Indy, though.
don't explore. No, I'm saying, I get you, but I'm saying even with the major. I'm saying the average person, when they're looking at the major, if I'm getting a deal from a major, right? Say somebody swoops in and says, say 50 comes and says, I want BagFuel. Give me a $5 million, and I want all this other shit. I'm gonna say, yo, is this enough for me to buy my house and to pay my bills and to start investing? Is that enough for you, Ghost? You gonna get 1.75. You gonna get 1.75. I'm gonna get 1.75. We're gonna keep $30,000, $50,000 left to promote our shit in case 50 don't do our shit right.
Hold on, time out. Shout out to him. He got. Do you know how he had those splits?
Yeah.
He had the splits mapped out already.
That's how my mind works. That's how my mind works.
He different.
So
You notice none of us flinched? We know, like, this is not even...
that's how my mind works. So I'm saying, I'm telling them, we're going to have our own $50,000 discretionary fund, right? And I'm going to tell them, like I told Hynaken, this is real shit. Hynaken, when we get our money, because it's coming, and I tell him that, you got to be ready. Know what you're going to do with your money. Go get your crib. Pay that motherfucker off. Don't listen to what these people say, yo, make payments and write it and
Paid off,
and
gotta be
taxes.
dope.
Pay it off so you know you got your roof. You good. If I don't have a car, I can get around. All right? I got a place to rest my head and for my family to come. If Cormega's in my family and we're working in here, we got niggas that's gonna help pay the bills. We got a foundation here.
That's dope. I respect that for that.
But that's what I say people don't do. See, you had an OG nigga see you rolling around with money in your pocket and say, yo, my nigga, go get a foundation. Fuck whatever happened. If shit get funky right now, you can be like, I'm gonna sell my house, and I'm gonna have some money, and I can work it all over again. I
can't sell my house.
No, I'm saying if it...
Because that's my daughter's house. That's my kid's house
If it
now.
was problems, if it was problems, see, you're not facing problems. I'm talking about the average rapper. If it's problems, I can sell my house, right? I can make a $300,000 profit. This is how you work your money, my niggas. I work a $300,000 profit. I might downsize or even just get another house. I'm older, start paying on that, and I still got a nut. Pause. I still got $200,000, $350,000, and I'm in a whole new crib. I might not have my old crib, but I got more money, and I'm moving on. You only could do that if you have real estate, if you have your bills paid off. I dedicated my life to say, if my mind's gonna be clear to do what I need to do with my guys, I need my bills paid. I got $22,000 left. It's freeing my mind up. I feel better.
That's dope.
I could breathe. If I get in trouble, I got credit, I got money to help save me. Is that the problem? I'm saying all that to say, is that the problem with our creators right now, is that they don't know what to do with their money when they get it?
The problem with our creators is this. Our leaders led us astray. The people that was leading the way in rap, they had it where you gotta ball. If you're not balling, you're not doing it right. If you don't got this, you're not doing it. They made it where you have to spend, where excess is the way of life. If you're not excess, if you don't show excess, if you don't show affluency, you're not successful. They made it where being modest ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So
somebody told me that.
So that plays on a young person's mind. And that plays on somebody that needs attention's mind. They want validation. And there's guys that will buy a house. There's guys that buy a car that, okay, getting a car is one thing, but maintaining it is a whole other thing.
The Maybach.
So
it's about a Maybach truck.
I love the Lamborghini SUV.
The Urus.
But I'm not. If I get, I'm about to get me a Lamborghini Urus. You know what it's gonna be? The motherfucking toy ones. The ones with the remote control. That's the one I'm gonna get. It's gonna give me the same joy. Because listen,
This question is to disrupt you, but is that part of when you said earlier we gave it away? We gave hip hop or we gave the culture away?
no, that's economic.
That's our culture.
Yeah.
We didn't give that away. That's our dumbass
We got
culture.
finessed. Yeah.
We got finessed. How do we get finesse out of hip hop as you explain everything else you're talking about?
Because ambition is stronger than loyalty. People wanted that money. People wanted that money, and they was willing to. First of all, hip hop is a copycat
sport.
It's a copycat sport. So whatever people view as success, they want to do that. Perfect example. When 50 Cent came out, right? 50 Cent blew up. 50 Cent is the top selling. He has a top selling debut album.
10 million
in history of rap. When people seen that, everybody wanted to do what he did. Everybody started getting jacked up. All of a sudden, everybody's going to the gym.
Taking steroids.
and
everybody had a mixtape.
Clue changed the mixtape game first, and 50 changed it for the artist.
We're not talking about that.
Dudes wanted to get shot.
Yo.
There was a point where guys wanted to get shot for credibility. Do you know how stupid they are? Do you realize you could die from a simple shot? If the bullet travels the wrong way, you could die.
Yeah, just one bullet.
Right in your leg. It doesn't
You know what I'm saying?
matter.
Black just passed away from his leg.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? God bless the dead. So dudes would do anything for that life. So everybody wanted to do like 50, but guess what? The difference between 50 and these dudes, first of all, 50 Cent, controversy sells. 50 Cent was the perfect storm, as Chris Lottie said. He had the controversy, he had the image, he had the marketing, he had the fucking music, and he had the fucking drive. Like, I'd never seen nobody make mixtapes every week until 50 came out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He was pumping them out.
Let me
bro.
tell you something. Nobody made a rap mixtape before me. Nobody.
I think you told me that.
You can look it up. That was in the 90s that came out.
Was that before Clue?
No, Clue's a mix. I'm talking about Clue's mixtape.
Okay, yeah, I'm saying-
I'm talking about a mixtape
Made for
album.
artists. Okay,
the way
what
the album-
made you do that?
I was on the shelf at the label because of politics. And then I said to myself, this is what comes a dealer, this is what a hustler does.
A drug dealer.
This is what a
No,
hustler
drug
does,
dealer,
not a peddler. The hustler says,
I'm not a peddler.
Not a
That might
peddler.
have to be one of your songs.
No,
we're about to make a shirt. We're gonna make a shirt, a
Not a
collaboration. We hustlers, not peddlers. That's
There you go.
BagFuel mega collabo.
Yeah,
Yo,
man.
I said,
We serious
was
too.
on
It's a
the
collabo.
in order for me to know how people feel about this product, I'm the brand, I want to see how people feel about this product. Did the mixtape, it's like you putting some work out in the street. You're going to get the feedback. You put some work out in the street and it's fire, everybody's calling you. Or people want it. You put some work out in the street and you don't hear nothing,
You know your shit trash.
right. Or you're going to get a lot of complaints. So when I put that, so I did that mixtape as an accident. I did that just because.
As a tester,
as
nigga.
a test.
There you go.
You know what I'm
As a
saying? To see
tester.
how people felt about me. Because I was on the shelf and I'm like, trying to figure out why I'm on the shelf. This is before I knew about politics. This is before I knew about a shelf. I was told I was on the shelf by another rapper that's a friend of mine. He felt bad and he called me. He's like, yo, you know you're on the shelf, right?
Damn.
Yeah.
That's wild, son.
Word of mother. I found out I was on the shelf from Red Cafe.
Okay.
That's my man.
Shout out to Red.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, he called me like sad. And I'm like, what do you, like, I'm on the shelf. And he had to explain to me what it is. And then Foxy hit me up. Foxy was tight. So they knew that what was gonna happen. I guess people in the industry was talking. You know how they had their little parties and they their little gatherings.
Foxy was with the hot nigga you had beef
No, Foxy
with.
was Team Mega all day.
But it doesn't matter. She has information because
I see what you said.
she's involved with everybody's still involved with
I see
the
what you're
hot
saying.
nigga.
Yeah.
So she would know what's going on.
She was riding. She was ride or die. She was with me.
Everybody say that. Let's switch peace. Everybody says that about Foxy Brown. Everybody. Everybody. It's rumored that Jay-Z would want to eat Chinese food in the projects with her rather than be with Beyonce and all that wild shit. What is it about Foxy Brown that all street niggas or hood niggas love?
I could give you the mega answer. I could give you the fan
Give me
answer.
the mega answer. I don't. What the fuck do I want the fan answer for?
Okay.
Nigga?
The thing about Fox is that forget the artist. Like if you really have a conversation with her, intellectually, her IQ is crazy. Foxy's one of the most, she's super intelligent. So if you just look from the outside in, you just see controversy, you see an artist, you'll see whatever. But if you really have a conversation with her, she's very intelligent. That's for one. For two, she's hood. Like she's hood and she's intelligent. And then she'll be touching on topics that you don't really hear girls touch on, even with the music. Like first person I heard shout out to Mencio in the song was Foxy. You know what I'm saying? Like she touched on certain, you know what I'm saying? Like on the front of the back, she's like all my thug niggas in Marcy. You know, like she just touched on certain things that streets could relate to.
But if she wasn't known to write her rhymes, was it the niggas that was touching on it?
I think that's bullshit.
It?
I seen her right. I seen her right. I seen her right. If that
Because
was
because the legend is Mega. Go on.
we can't always believe legends.
I'm saying because the legend
Listen
is
to some things
Hov and Nas wrote the rhymes.
People have said that about her affirmative action rhyme. If you listen to her affirmative action rhyme, the structure of it, you could tell if you really listen to it, at the end, she was low-key freestyling at the end. At the end, some of the shit was just coming to her, she was just writing it down. Listen to it. Like some of the stuff she even repeated. If you listen to it, there's certain things she said twice in the song. Jay-Z is a perfectionist. Jay-Z ain't doing that in this.
Neither is Nas.
And neither is Nas. That's for one. For two, I've seen her write that. So I can only speak for what I seen and what I was around. I've seen her write. So when they say, I don't know who's responsible for like hit records, all that, I wasn't there. I know every time I'm around Inga, she wrote her rhymes. I seen it. If she didn't, I wouldn't even answer the question, or I would avoid the question. I'll say, edit that shit. You know
Edit that shit, yup.
Yeah. I'm telling you, she wrote. I'm telling you. I promise you, she wrote. She wrote.
Not naming his name, but the problems that you had with the hot nigga back in the day, right?
There was a few people.
Okay, but we know
But it was-
the most famous one, right?
Yeah.
Was it you? Was it your mentality? Do you think that if you could take yourself back to that
It wasn't
time,
me.
you would have dealt with things differently?
It wasn't me. That whole thing was somebody else's fault. That's an executive that every interview he does, he talks bad about people. That's the hit. You know who I'm talking about if you think hard enough.
I know who you're talking about.
So if you think about it, he went about it wrong. He played it wrong. Because for one, I literally just came home from jail. You can't tell somebody who just came home from jail what you're gonna do. Like you're gonna give me this amount of money, and then blah blah blah, and then we're gonna do this. Cause I'm like, yo, that sounds like extortion. Where I come from, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta give you money for you to do something. Like, I
Would you look at it as extortion right now, knowing what you know, or would it be an opportunity?
knowing what I know now, I'm still glad I didn't do it. Cause what happened to all the other artists that did that? No disrespect, like.
I know
There's
you don't.
people-
I know you don't want
I'm
to
not
say his
gonna say no
name.
names.
I know you
There's
don't want to
people-
say their
I'm
name,
not
but
saying no
I know
names.
you talking about. But go ahead.
Yo, bro, it's 2025.
But the other nigga made a mistake too. And when we was on another
I'ma
show, the
I'ma
other nigga admitted. The other nigga we're talking about that didn't make it, he admitted on camera he made a mistake because shit happened so fast.
That's not my problem. I let him handle that. When I came home, I was 100% super straight out the can. First of all, I'm somewhat low key. I'm oblivious to life. I only know what I know.
In jail, you a jail nigga at this
I just
time.
came from jail and I'm from the street.
I'm a jail nigga at this time. Go
So
ahead.
for one, the problem with a lot of people is they conform for people's status. Like status shouldn't make you change who you are. I'm not gonna be sweating you or conform from who I am because you're up or because you have the potential to do something for me. That's not who I am. I'm gonna be who I am. I'm not a snake. I'm not a traitor. I'm not a thief. So that's that. I can stand on that. I'm definitely not a snitch. So I can stand on that. So I come home, Duke wanted me to, I had like 20 labels trying to sign me. Duke is like, yo, don't sign that deal, right? I'm gonna have a deal for you next week. Just don't stop, hold off. I'm like, cool. I held off. He didn't come through, right? With his part of the thing, right? Then, this is where he really messed up. Like, you can't tell somebody that's confident in themselves, make it seem like I'm only on for this because of the strength of somebody else, right? And even like when he was on Drink Champs, he was basically like, I got a career because of a shout out. Hold up, you mean, so that means you don't do your due diligence. I got a shout out because I'm one of the most popular street dudes in the projects. I just so happened to rap. The whole mid-state knew who I was before the album was out. My man was in mid-state with me. Like, you from Jamaica, you probably heard my name back in the
I'm
days.
from Jamaica Queen. Yeah, of course.
Before, like, my name was ringing. There was
Niggas
two-
didn't think that you was a real rapper.
Ni-
I'm gonna keep it real.
Time out. That's why
I'm just gonna keep it real.
Time out. That's time out.
I'ma keep it
Time out.
real,
That's
nigga.
what, time out. You just said the realest shit that nobody wants to say because they want to dick
I
ride.
gotta say it.
Nobody even knew I was a rapper.
Niggas, they think you was a rapper.
When
Niggas
he
like,
shouted me out,
niggas
it
was
was
like
like-
he hustling. What the fuck they mentioning this nigga for? This nigga's
'Cause I was
not
in
even
jail.
a rapper. So even when you came out rapping,
so when
niggas
you-
like me, a young nigga, like this nigga's a drug, pardon my French, This nigga's a fucking drug dealer. And why y'all trying to pawn this nigga off as a rapper? Point blank the end.
A lot of people didn't know I was a rapper, right?
Point blank the end, nigga.
So,
I'ma keep it real.
You're the only person that ever said that. Because everybody else just trying
I'm
to follow.
from Queens, though.
You know.
These niggas not from Queens. I grew up in Queens, nigga.
Queens, now let me tell you something. Let's go to Jamaica, Queens. Let's go to Queens. Let's keep it Queens real quick. Right? No disrespect. You know I fuck with Brooklyn too. Let's go to Queens.
Mm-hmm.
When I was coming up, I was one of the hottest up-and-coming rappers in the borough. People from Large Professor knew about me. Lord Finesse knew about me. DJ SNS knew about me. Rakim knew about me. Freddie Fox knew about me. I opened up for Eric B. and Rakim at the Apollo. I performed at one of Kid Capri parties. And I was buzzing in New York to the point where Marley Marl came and snatched me up when he wasn't even dealing with artists from the bridge at that time. Mm-hmm. Only reason that never came out because I went to jail. There was 2 dudes from Queens that was lit and they had the same name. But the thing is, they both were super entrenched in the street and they had the same name. It was Cormega, and Corey D from Jamaica.
Corey D, nigga. Corey D
he
from
died.
Liberty Ave. That's Corey D from Liberty Ave.
Corey had it ringing.
Corey D.
I was in the street.
Corey D was rhyming?
Yeah, see what I'm saying? You didn't even know he could rap. He used to rap.
I did not know Corey D was rhyming.
Yep.
I'm gonna call Shaheen and be like, Corey D was a rapper?
Corey D used to rap, yo.
I didn't know that.
Ask anybody.
And he was Cormega?
No, I'm Cormega.
No, but I said, because you said niggas with the same. Oh,
his name is Corey and my name is Corey.
Got you. So, my bad.
So I was ringing in the street. So when by the time I went to jail, when I was on Rikers, I was already known. My man, like I said, I put Mano on. I met Mano through Mo Dog. Shout out to my man Mo Dog from Brooklyn. That's you know what I'm saying? Mo Dog's a thorough one from Brooklyn. A thorough one. Hybrid, thorough one. He was rocking with Mano. That's how I got introduced to Mano. And because Mo Dog is my man, I said, I got you. I'll do everything I can in my power to help Mano. And then I loved Mano's hustle. So you see how the streets connect? So Mano got on, not from rap. Mano got on because street connections. So I'm a street dude. That's why street dudes knew me. I didn't have to, y'all see how I move? I don't be having no entourage with me. I don't be having no entourage with me. Whether I got jewels on or whatever, I don't have no entourage. So you will never see me say no security. You know how rappers used to say the no security? We used to say no security. It's like a figure's bravado.
Yeah. I don't
gotta say that in New York.
Nigga, yeah.
No New York rappers say that in New York because you shouldn't need security.
You in New York?
I'm in the Bay, California, in San Fran, and where it's wild. And I said no security. That's a big difference. Now you do that, I'm impressed. I'm in London with a diamond chain on and a fur. And it's love. Like, do that. And then you know what I'm saying? So back to the guy, Duke didn't know who I was in the street. So he's just looking at me like I'm somebody's homeboy getting on, not knowing the history of dogs. Mega was on his way. Mega is a solid rapper. You know what I'm saying? So when I came home, I had to bust my ass. That song On The Real with me, Nas, and Kamikaze, that's a Nas record, so I'm gonna say him first. That was a Nas, Kamikaze, and Mega was on that song. That was originally a Nas record. I got on that record, right? Marley Marl put that right out. That was buzzing. You know what I'm saying? It won Battle of the Week on Hot 97 and all of that, right? So it was buzzing. Then Bad Boy did the mixtape with DJ Stretch Armstrong. Puffy was hosting it, right? I'm on there freestyling. I was on all the mixtape. I was working. I was jumping on shit. Every feature I was on, I was making noise. Every mixtape I was on, I was making noise. You know what I'm saying? So Duke trying to say he got on because he got a shout out. I think that's you trying to minimize what I've done to the game.
Was that after y'all had went back and forth though? After y'all wasn't cool no more? Had y'all behind the scenes?
No, not the rapper.
Heads?
I'm talking about the other guy.
The other guy. Behind the scenes had y'all butted heads already before he said that.
Let me tell you something. I haven't seen the guy in years. So when he went on Drink Champs and said something that was negative about me and AZ, I wasn't respecting that because you didn't see me in years. And you don't got that kind of history with me, for one. So why would you say something negative if everything is supposedly let bygone be gone, bygone. That's years ago. We over that. We passed that, but you still bringing shit up. So when I did respond, I did it in a classy, tactful way. You know what I'm saying? And then, so for you to say that, it's like you're trying to minimize my impact. You're gonna say, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got a shout out. So if that's the case, what happened to at the end of that same song, My Heart, Big Bo? Where's Big Bo's 30-year rap career? Where's Herb Ice and Bullets 30-year? Where's Little Rob's 30-year rap career? Where's everybody else that got a shout out? Where's their 30-year rap careers? I came home in 95, it's 2025, and I'm doing an interview with you guys. I didn't say my shows be sold out. You guys said it. I didn't say my merchandise be selling. You guys said it. I ain't say I have a crazy fan base that's loyal to me. You guys said it. So it's like you trying to minimize.
You're booked. You're always across seas in America, moving.
And let me tell you something, why I love the fans so much and why my career is different from a lot of rappers. And that's why I don't even want hearing complaints. Do you understand? I took you understand? Yeah, my daughter's about to graduate from college and next month.
Congratulations.
Do you realize I stopped what I was doing? I stopped making music because my daughter lives with me in the house. So I'm home doing laundry, doing dishes, going to school meetings. I'm that guy. I wasn't in this industry for a while. Like from elementary school to high school, I was quiet.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? So you know the feeling.
With my daughter, me too. I came back because he brought me in the pod. I was quiet too.
You see what I'm saying?
Going to volleyball practice and basketball practice.
Tryouts.
You know what I'm saying? Moving on
All
from
of that.
this shit.
That was me. Doctor's visits. When her mother wasn't there, her mother would go to doctor's visits. So it's like I sacrificed. So I took a break and then came back and still, when I made another album in 2014, it charted in billboards. I didn't expect that. You know what I'm saying? So where I'm at right now, for you to minimize that or to dismiss what I've done as to say it's because of a shout out, that's disrespectful to my impact. I'm the first artist to do a mixtape album. That's a fact. I'm the first artist that got a Source Award, I'm the first independent artist that ever got a Source Award. Source Award wasn't even giving reviews for independent albums. They just had a little section in the back and they talked about indie and they kept it moving. I got a Source Award in my house right now. I could bring it. Next time we do something, I'll bring it if you want. I'm the first artist that did a mixtape album. The first rap independent artist that got a Source Award. The first artist that got an Impact Award at the Underground Music Awards. An Impact Award. You know what I'm saying? That means I left for impact. You know what I'm saying? The album that was on the shelf at Def Jams, it came out 8 years later, and I got quotable of the month for the song Love Is Love for a song that was 8 years old. And I'm not even thinking hard on the things I've done. I kill shows. My interviews make traction.
Yeah.
What haven't I done? So for you to don't try to, if you look at every album that I've appeared on as a feature, the song that I do is always one of the standout songs on the album. You know what I'm saying? So my level of consistency, not just music, I went outside of that. Monetize your passions. I like clothes. I started making clothing. The skateboard audience rocks with me hard. I started making skateboards. Everything I do, I've been successful with. I made a book, it did well. So everything I do, I've had success with. So what are we talking about? We're not talking about a disgruntled rapper. Like earlier when you was like, people should go, go to majors, they get the house, blah, blah, blah. By the time the majors called me, I already had the house. You know what I'm saying? When the Hummer came out, I probably was the first rapper in New York with the Hummer. Zab Judah what's that club at? It was a dope ass club. It was near Varick Street. I forgot the name of it. It'll come to me. Zab Judah was up there. He had the big pickup truck. It was fly. I pulled up with the Hummer. I had it before it came out. I got it early. Had the Go Hummer. I had it early. You know what I'm saying? That's when people started, especially Queensbridge artists and Queens artists. That's when they started wanting to go independent. And
they saw you pulling them with the material items.
It's the material things. Like I said, people was more loyal to their ambition. So the reason why I didn't go back to a major, and the reason I didn't go back, the reason I didn't even holler at Interscope was because of that same guy that we said before, that exec guy, because he was working there. I said, there's no need for me to go there, and then he say something to them, and I end up on the shelf again. And then there was another label, they was gonna give me, they was like, we're gonna give you because I used to like SUVs, so they was gonna give me a SUV, Cherokee, unrecoupable. Like I wouldn't have to pay it back. As a signing bonus, they was gonna give me an advance, but it was gonna give me a deal. At this point, it's kind of like having your own work, and then somebody like, I'm gonna give you a package. I don't want the package.
Give me my money, nigga.
Yeah. So it's like,
give me my money.
Yeah. So that's why I didn't go to the majors, because I'm like, if I sold 100,000 records and I made this kind of money, but I know dudes that got gold records that's on TV that's struggling.
But that's a lot of work, nigga.
I don't mind doing the work.
It's a lot of work.
I don't mind it. How many interviews? This your second interview? Was I late?
No.
I don't mind doing the work. Work keeps you going. You know why? Because when it's time to relax, I'm gonna enjoy it. When it's time to play, I'm gonna enjoy playing. I don't mind putting in the work because the work validates my longevity. It's hard being independent, but it's worth it because a lot of artists that was on majors, they can't be independent artists. You know why? Because they used to being pampered. When you're on a major label, you go to
You
the
get
studio.
pampered.
You get pampered. You go to the studio.
Well, you
they
in
got
Jungle
your food,
City.
Your food. Yeah, you got the car service.
Get what you want to get. The car service. You want some hoes? We're gonna bring you some hoes in here. You want some weed? But what y'all don't know is all on the budget. You're
Right.
all technically.
Then at the end of the day, you
paid
owe this
for
much
it.
money. Whereas opposed to, I'll sell what I sell, and I'm living like you living. And I don't have to kiss ass and brown nose and do none of the, you know what I'm saying?
But niggas want clout and fame, though,
Yeah, I don't
nigga.
need it. And like if you go on social media, they got those pages that show back in the days, like the hustlers and the people that was fly. You'll always see me in those pages. Why you don't see every rapper on those pages? There's mad pictures of me from back in the days with gold timepieces on. Not what timepieces, gold. All
Now
gold.
watch his timepiece.
You know what I'm
Now
saying?
watch a timepiece.
With, you know what I'm saying? With jewelry on, with fly clothes. That was just a part of my culture. That's who I was. I was
He's a street nigga.
yeah, but I was picky with my clothes. I was like low-key conceited. Like I wouldn't even wear certain stuff. There's stuff I wear now that I wouldn't wear back in the days.
Okay.
You like, I used to wear polo like it was regular. Whereas people like aspire to get to polo. That's not getting fly to me. That's regular. It's fly, but it's like, it's not out there.
Yeah, it's regular.
Like I had furs when I was a kid. Like I had every color. Yo, a lot of dudes, the old 85 Gucci's, that's what they call them. A lot of dudes might have had the white ones, or some people had the black ones. People don't even know they had mad. I was the only person in Queensbridge that had every color Gucci sneakers. I had red. I'm talking about back in the days when people thought there was only white.
Let me ask you a question. How do you feel about all that material shit and you was still going into projects? Because I feel, because I'm being honest, when I had the Gucci and the shit going on, I'm going in the pissy staircase and the elevator, I felt like, why am I buying all of this shit? I should be in a better home.
That's why I said unlearning. Because when you're there, you feel like, there was one point when I was like, Havoc said something in one of his songs, he said, no matter how much loot I get, I'm staying in the projects. That resonated with me. I really was like,
You was fucking with that.
I love that line. I was like,
I hate that
there was
shit.
no need for me to leave. I love this. I love this
hate
life.
that shit, nigga.
But now it's like, nah. I see shit. Havoc that same dude. Havoc went from that to I ain't going back. I ain't going back. He had a song called I Ain't Going Back. It's a mental. So once you unlearn, you see shit from a different lens.
Yeah.
I don't mind going to the hood. I went to the hood today and I see.
I'll be ready to go the fuck home.
It depends. And it depends on the hood because every hood got a different feel. When I go to Fort Greene, it's a good nostalgic feeling. It's the love. I'm amongst my people. You know what I'm saying?
It's love. It's always love, but I mean, it's so much more comfortable
Yeah.
in my own home.
It is.
In my own vibe. Not around the people. It feels so good to go home. I go to my man, shout to Cheeky. I'm still in my hood. I go to Cheeky house to watch football every weekend. I'm now lifting on Saturdays in my hood. I'm in my hood. But it feels good to go home and smoke weed in the privacy of my own
excellent to go home, to be honest with you.
It do.
And a lot of people don't have that option.
Part of my friends, because I got a college degree, it feel gooder than a motherfucker. I know good is not a word, but for street niggas, they know it feel gooder than a motherfucker to go home, nigga.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's a blessing. That's a blessing too, because we look at the people from where we from that don't got that opportunity. Some people don't want that. You know another problem with black people?
What?
Is an ignorant mindset and mentality that affects us, and it becomes normalized, and then it starts young.
It's at the beginning, like I said.
Because the older people don't teach you no better. I'll give you a perfect example. The guy that goes to school is corny.
Yep.
And then the guy that gets a job gets teased. You get a girlfriend, oh, you don't want to hang out with us no more?
Everything
you
is
get married,
negative. Everything is negative. Everything positive in your life
you
is
got
negative.
a job? Oh, the craziest shit I ever heard in my life. I'm not gonna say the person's name because I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
I'm talking to somebody that's in jail, and he's talking to me about another guy that's home, and this other guy that's home is a friend of mine. Both of them is friends of mine or acquaintances. And he's talking about this guy, and he says, and I was like, yeah, my man, he's driving trucks right now, right? The guy in jail says, look what he did with his life. See what I'm saying? Like, we are indoctrinated into ignorance. Like, bro, I would rather be home working in an ice cream truck than to be in jail.
We made poverty sexy and fly.
Yo, son, we eating good up in the jail. You know what I'm saying, son? Yo, I had to check. Look, yo,
I'm glad you said
hey,
this
yo,
shit.
that's my word, son. We had that shit locked. I had to tell somebody, no, they had you locked. The lock is what happens when they lock, when the shit clicks and you can't move, that's locked. I'm like, yo, how is that cool to you? How are you comfortable with that? And I could have this conversation because I was there.
I only spent a short time in jail, and I've been on this camera, and I'd be like, I don't know why niggas glorify jail and make it seem like
cool.
it's a cakewalk. I said, the first thing I ask a nigga in jail, I'd be like, so you been to jail? You a jail nigga? Like, what it smell like in there? Talk to me.
Depends on which one you went.
Exactly. There you go. When you walk through that door, a can, and you
funkiness and anger.
Smell like shit in there, nigga.
Smells like insecurity.
You can't tell me anywhere it smells like shit at on a regular basis. It's diseases everywhere. Hep C in there. It's hard to keep yourself well in there. They don't treat you good
focused.
in there.
You gotta stay what?
You gotta stay focused.
You do,
and I was innocent.
but they gotta stop acting like it's popping in
not
there.
Cool. Jail is not cool.
It's
Jail is not cool.
popping in there, bro.
They treat jail like it's Kentucky University.
And I got and my mentality now with people that's come home from jail, and I'm glad I'm on this. Let me say this. Let me look into the camera. Don't come home looking for me. There's a few cameras there, so let me. Yo, son, with Meg, I'm looking for Meg. Don't come home looking for me.
He looked at all three cameras. Crazy.
Yo, I am not social services. All of my mans, they good. I don't give a fuck.
Come on, none of them other niggas.
You did not go to jail for my work? You didn't put in no work for me? You didn't leave me no money? You didn't leave me no magical rap book with beats from everybody? I'm good. Don't come home looking for me. If I see you, let me see you when I see you if I see you. I don't owe you nothing. Just because you got caught for a crime, you are paying for your crime. I'm not paying for it. Don't come home looking for me. Peace. Back to our scheduled program.
Queens nigga. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, I'm going to keep it real. I don't really got nothing more else to say, but I want to say this about this show compared to the first one.
Okay.
I could definitely tell you my mans now on this one. Because you talk different, you're freer, your tone is different. The whole first time, it was good, but you could tell we was getting to know each other. You could tell that you my mans now, and I appreciate it. And
there was a spy in the room, too. I'm not going to say it at the time.
What's that?
There was a what? There was a spy in the room, too, so I couldn't really talk about it.
Oh, shit! Oh!
I don't even remember who was there.
I know who was there. No.
Wow, BagFuel.
Now y'all got it?
Yo.
Oh, you late.
Yo, listen.
Yo, y'all Queens niggas different. Where Donald Trump from?
This is my guy, Queens. The president's from Queens. This is my guy. This is my guy for real, okay? We ambassadors, a sweet chick, because of this man right here.
That's a fact.
I show love. I spread love.
He never been a hater from day one. And I got to shout out to Great Rizzy because he's the reason why me and you got lit. Like I was one of the few people there. You was on some solo shit, and he said, "You from Queens? Come through, fuck with Mega." Appreciate you, Great Rizzy. I would never thought that the relationship that we have would blossom into this way. Like you my man.
It's
for
meaningful.
real.
I just told somebody that about y'all earlier. I just told somebody that. I said, I got to go do BagFuel. And dudes was like, because I be turning down interviews. I'm like, I'm not doing no interviews, you know what I'm saying? Or y'all got to pay me. And then and he's like, you doing back? I was like, yo, BagFuel's my people. You don't understand. It's a different dynamic.
Yeah.
I said, that's my guys.
My
so
man,
it's a different relationship.
Yeah, we come through
So
to
what's
all
up?
this shit. I think you still gotta give me my socks, but go ahead.
Yeah, musically, what you got? Because the fans are so excited.
We got some shirts too. You got the shirts
Yeah,
for them.
we
No,
gonna
about the
get
shirt. I told him about the shirts.
All right.
yeah.
So gotta get space one too. So musically, I'm finishing. What I'm doing right now is I'm remaking. All right, I'm doing like 5 projects right now.
Whew, let's go.
Right.
He working.
So I'm doing 2 projects with Street Runner. Right. So one of them is pretty much done. Just gonna do some tweaks to it, and then one of them is like different. What else I'm doing? I got the album with Havoc.
Yeah.
Havoc was just on tour, and then Havoc is prioritizing the Mobb Deep album right now. So I'm gonna let him finish that, and then we'll get back to this. But y'all heard some of that. To that.
I was
Havoc.
at the listening.
That's right, y'all heard.
That's
So
why I need the socks. I
that
gotta
album
buy the socks. I was trying to buy. I don't want the socks. I want to buy the socks. I
That's
need
love.
those.
I'm gonna try.
I'm
I'll make some calls.
yo, let me just cash. I don't want to go through all the website shit that he be trying to, just go order it. Let me
No,
cash
I'm gonna talk
app
to my
you
guy.
and you mail it to me.
I'm gonna talk to my guy.
Yeah.
See, we're gonna do a collab. I want to do a collab with y'all too.
Okay.
One of them,
Oh, yeah.
Keep one of them quotes. So what I was gonna say.
We got a lot of them.
So we got the 2
got a
Street
lot
Runner
of
joints.
quotes.
We got the
Havoc
Havoc joint.
joint.
I was working on the album with Harry Freud. I don't know what's up with that. It's taking so long. By the time that comes out, it's gonna be a vintage album. But
Still, that type
but
of
it
production
sounds-
with
yeah,
your voice,
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. That's the most.
we need that one.
That shit sounds like an art gallery for your ears. That's how that shit sounds. So
What a
that's
way to
4.
market that.
And then I
That
got
need to be the title of our show, Art Gallery for Your Ears. I like that.
And then I got the 5th joint is like a unreleased, like a Lost Tapes kind of album.
Mm-hmm.
Like unreleased joints and rare joints. I'm gonna do that. So it's like
You got a plan to roll out 5 projects?
I got
That's a
another
lot.
one that I'm not mentioning from another guy that's dope. But yeah, I got 5. But basically, I'm trying to look. Like I said earlier, I don't mind doing the work. Cause after this, I do plan on going to Jamaica and just chilling. Like,
Don't go to Montego Bay.
okay, I want to go to Jamaica or somewhere. I just
Don't
wanna
go to Montego Bay. Go
Celebrate.
to Rios or something else. Don't go to Montego.
So we got the 5 albums.
Mm-hmm.
What's today? April 1st.
Yeah.
April 19th. We had that spot in Essex. I got a hat coming out. At home
Oh,
game.
I like that. Yeah.
Listen, that's 420 weekend. We outside. I got my cousins coming up from Florida, so we there to shit.
That's right around the
Yo,
corner from Sweet Chick.
And
I'll make sure you got some of that stuff you like.
I got
yeah.
a brunch coming up on the 13th of this month. You got to come through if you in town. It's at the Chelsea House. It's a business brunch. Number of finance people and stuff like that.
What
People
day is
trying
that?
to build. It's
Sunday?
a Sunday. It's
Sunday?
a Sunday.
Okay. I'm gonna be outside this summer.
All of us.
We all outside. My daughter's graduating, so I feel good about that. And
Congratulations to her, bro. That's not easy.
That's
Yeah.
dope, man.
I'm happy for
Not
that.
easy to do.
Congratulations on your 100th. You know what I'm saying?
100K subscribers. People don't do that with no ads and no bots. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we did. Please believe that.
Yeah,
know
we
what I
didn't
mean?
cheat our way.
I definitely don't do that. And yeah. And that's another thing for you young guys. Stop chasing numbers. Stop chasing numbers. Grow them organically like these guys did. Because the numbers don't be adding, the math don't be mathing. Cause look, I know dudes that got more followers than me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
No
then
influence.
when we got shows,
Oh,
my shit is packed, but your show ain't packed. But you got way more followers than me. This shit it's not math. It's not adding
The
up.
math not mathing.
So
Chase success, not money and numbers.
hey, listen, man. There's people out there.
don't chase the bag. Chase the dream. The dream's gonna bring you the bag.
You think so? You got to put business to the dream, Mega.
The dream.
You
Yo,
got to put business to the dream, Mega. You got to, because if we didn't put business to the dream, we be fucked up. Because I can't keep doing the dream if I'm not making no money.
but the dream is bringing you the money.
But my business is fostering the dream.
All right, so dream dream
Dream in the
business.
money. Dream business. Yo, shout out to Queens. Yo, go to BagFuel.com. Buy his BagFuel baby sweatshirts. They lit. You heard? Cop my cookbook. I got my school starting this Thursday, ESSO University, on the school app, SKOOL. It's only $47 a month. I got 50 enrollees right now, on the way to 100. And I'm gonna get Cormega to sign on one of my days when I'm on the school. It's Thursdays.
Okay.
from 7 to 8 p.m. It's on Zoom, so it's easy. You can do it from your phone, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Do you go there physically?
No, it's
Okay,
on Zoom.
just Zoom. Okay.
I'ma do an actual class soon where I'm talking in front of people, but I'm building up because people can't afford what we doing. Consultation is $2,500, $3,000, but now I'm trying to give you the information for $47. I'm making it affordable. You're not gonna get it all at one time. It's gonna be over the course of time, but it's very affordable for you to try to invest in yourself to make something out of yourself.
That's real. Yeah.
It's a give back. You know what
I
I'm
love
saying?
it. I try to give gems too to the people.
I mean, the way you do your business.
Own masters. I've been telling people about masters for years. Everybody's looking at me like
So
I'm a
why
weirdo.
they want to own masters if they don't know? I'm glad we stopped.
You gotta
Go on,
teach.
go on.
It's going to be the same question. What's going on with people selling their masters? If you're bigging up, I mean.
They doing it for the bag, but they're not looking at the big picture. Because that money you get, you got to think long term. Like you know what I'm saying? You got to think long term. That's a nice bag, but if you blow through that bag, now you got nothing. Whereas,
But they not going to use your music.
What do you mean?
Because they putting a fucking monopoly on it now.
Yeah, they slowing your music
Okay,
down.
so say you don't sign a deal with me. Say you don't let me buy your masters. You ain't gonna see your shit in car dealership commercials, movies, whatever. When I buy it from you, then I'm putting it in everything.
You know what I noticed? Difference between a dealer and a hustler? When this block is slow, I'm gonna find a new block. So when the people that's in the industry, they slow down lanes for us, you find another lane. Like when I was coming on doing a website and talking to people online over 20 years ago, people was teasing me. Like Mega got too much time on his hands.
Now look.
Now, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think outside the box. Like innovation. Innovators are often met with resistance. But
Definitely.
what they do changes, is game changing. So it's like, I like that they trying to put up all these roadblocks, like making it harder. Like some platforms, they're not gonna put up indie artists. So it's like they forcing you to sign with this company or forcing you to deal with this or forcing you to give up this. Fine, I'm gonna go direct to consumer.
Do you invest in yourself, Megan? Because most indies out in New York, they think everybody's supposed to do everything for free and they don't invest in themselves.
I invest in myself. The last album I did was the first album that I did without going to a label for money and stuff like that. Not only do I invest in myself, I invest in others that have vision. The first Cormega website, I gave them the computer that they needed. As far as music, I've invested in artists' career. I've done shit for artists that I don't even speak on, that I won't speak on. So I definitely invest in myself. It's a safe investment for me. Like a lot of the stuff that I do, even like an album like Born and Raised, I had a song and it's like a homage record. It was me, Big Daddy Kane, Grand Poobah, KRS-One, Eric, Parrish Smith from EPMD. It felt good paying those guys. I paid them. And then somebody's like, yo, one of the rappers, somebody questioned me why I paid that guy that much. They was like, you could have gave him half. I said, I could have gave him half for rap, but the other half is from respect. These dudes inspired me and paved the way. So I do that. I invest in myself. I invest in others. And then right now, I'm putting my money into new ventures. I'm trying to really get this. It's like a talk. It's like a radio thing. It's not gonna be visual. It'll just be like radio, like how radio used to be. I'm about to launch one of those probably in 2 weeks, and I'm gonna be having dope. I'll have you guys on there.
Nah, you need to come to the business. Like no cap. You need to come to the business brunch. It's investors there.
Okay.
It's finance people there.
other reasons.
They would love to meet you. It's a lot of resources there. I'm moving away from music. I'm going with the finance niggas. They got the money. They understand money. They pay, and they're willing to invest into greatness.
Right.
So that's where I'm going at. So I encourage anybody, if you want to come to the business brunch, go to Eventbrite. It's under business brunch. It's sold out now. We sold out the first two. The next one is with Big Boss Yee. We're going to be on Power 105 tomorrow, on Thursday, Way Up with Yee, and we'll be talking about the business ventures, the school and everything. So pay attention because we moving and we trying to move this thing into a positive realm. Hip-hop needs some help.
Right.
It needs some positivity, and it needs some people who actually know understand, and love the business.
Mm.
That's what we're missing. BagFuel, fueling young minds to get to the bag. Go to the .com. We stream on Fridays. And yo, Cormega, follow this man. Queens get the money and we out of here.
Peace.